Now, there are 5 questions that you need to answer to design a perfect digital marketing campaign. And in this video, I'm going to take you through all of those 5 questions and how you can actually get down to specifically answering them so that you have a well-formulated, perfectly designed digital marketing campaign. So let's get started. The first question is why? Why are you running this digital marketing campaign? Now, irrespective of what channels you specialize on and what skills of digital marketing you specialize on, you'll always have to answer the question of what's the metric that you're chasing. Now, the metrics will be different for different marketing channels. However, there always has to be a few goals that you have in mind before starting a digital marketing campaign. So let's say if you're running Facebook ads, then you would have a few goals in terms of the engagement or the conversion, the acquisition, whatever your main goal of the Facebook ad campaign is. If you're running an email marketing campaign, you might have goals of getting a certain number of people to your website or getting a certain number of people to convert on your product or service. There could be different goals. You might want to just set up a call with a B2B customer if you're in that industry. So whatever your goals are, you'll have to define your goals so that you can answer the question of why you're running the campaign in the first place. If it's a social media contest, let's say, you might have a goal to either build a brand image or build a brand following or build engagement, or many of those goals at the same time for that matter. So whatever your goals are, the first question that you'll have to answer is what those goals are and what are the kinds of targets that you want to assign to them. So let's say you currently have a 2% engagement rate, and over the next 30 days of this particular new campaign that you're designing, you want to take it up to 2.5% engagement rate. Let's say you want to design conversion rate optimization campaigns on your store, on your online store, or on your online landing page. And through this campaign, you want to boost conversion rate by 30%. So define the metric clearly, and secondly, define the lift or the achievement or the target that you want associated with that particular metric, right? If you're an e-commerce store, let's say, and you want to sell products and you just have a target of the next 30 days, you're going to design an email marketing campaign, let's say, or an SMS marketing campaign, or the next 2 weeks you're going to run Google ads or Facebook ads, and you just want to target the revenue, then you need to target the number of conversions and the revenue as your metrics. So define your metrics so that you're able to answer the question of why you are running the campaign in the first place. Now, the second question that you need to answer is the who question. So who is your specific target audience for this digital marketing campaign? Now, I understand that you might have defined your customer personas, your user personas, or the overall audience for your business, but your specific customer segments might differ from campaign to campaign, right? So let's say, for example, you're a fashion business which is targeted to women, and then there's a Mother's Day campaign that you're planning because Mother's Day is around the corner. So in this particular campaign, you want to target your customers and have them gift your products or give out gift cards to their mothers. So in this case, the specific segment within your audience that you're trying to target is your audience who would like to gift further products to their mothers, right? So depending on the campaign, your audience will shift a bit, considering that you will have different timings, different seasons, and different campaigns. So let's say you're a SaaS company and you are targeting businesses. So you're a B2B SaaS business and you are looking at digital marketing companies as your target audience. But for a specific campaign, you only want to target companies that deal with SEO, or companies that deal with website design, or companies that deal with performance marketing. So your specific target group will shift based on that particular campaign. So define your who are you targeting? Which is the customer segment? Who are those people that you want to reach out to as part of this campaign? That's your second question. The third question that you need to answer when you're designing your digital marketing campaign is the where question. So where are you going to run this campaign? So once you know who is the audience that you want to reach out to, it'll be fairly simple to map that audience and try to understand what channels are these people likely to be more active on, right? So if you're a B2B business and this particular audience is a set of decision makers, let's say management level decision makers of companies, then you're more likely to find them on LinkedIn, versus if you're a B2C business, let's say in the skincare industry, and you're looking at the end user making a purchase of skincare products through this campaign, then you're more likely to find them, let's say through Instagram or Facebook, right? So those are the ways that you can map that audience then to the channels, so that you know where are you going to run this campaign. So far we've answered the why, we've answered the who, and we've answered the where. So we know who these people are and where they hang out. Next, we're going to answer the what. So what are we telling these people as part of the campaign? What's the core message of the campaign? What's the content, and what's the content type of the campaign? So let's say you're going to run a social media contest on Instagram, and this is your core content type, that you're going to spread the message about the contest and you're going to have people participate in the contest. If you're going to build a case study for B2B businesses, let's say, then that's your core content. And you're going to reach out to specific people and tell them about a case study or an industry report that you've just did, which they might find useful in exchange for their lead information. So that's your core content. Then you also have to decide how you're going to place this content. So you might want to place an industry report or a case study in the form of a landing page, and then have email outreach to people through the channels that you've decided in the previous phase. So define your what, and content is the key to any campaign. So your content and content type, let's say you're a D2C business and you know that video content is the best winner type of content in the space today, then you want to focus your energies around creating that perfect, beautiful video content first, because that's going to be the core of your campaign, and that's going to decide the performance of your campaign overall. So that answers the what question. Now finally, we come to the fifth question, and the last question, which is when, because you have to get the timing right. You have to know when the campaign is going to perform the best. Now, ideally, any time is a good time for a generic digital marketing campaign, but it could be a more specific campaign. It could be a campaign, let's say for businesses, let's say you are offering accounting services, or let's say you're offering, tax related services. So there's a certain time of the calendar year when your services will be more relevant to business owners. So when you reach out to them, providing a service for an audit or a tax, analysis, whatever that is, if you reach out in certain months of the calendar year, you're going to probably get a better response rate in those months. Similarly, let's say you are a fashion brand and you want to run campaigns during a specific holiday season, you might see a better response rate, a better conversion rate overall during that holiday season versus any other time of the year. If you're selling tech products, let's say, you might see a better response during Black Friday and Cyber Monday in those campaigns. So you need to know when is the right time to run the campaign. So those are the 5 questions that you need to answer to get a perfect digital marketing campaign designed and planned out. And then it's all about the execution. So that's all for today. If you want to learn more about digital marketing, growth marketing, and e-commerce, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.